My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not a hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Add not more trouble to a heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away your face from a poor man. Turn not away your eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse you. For if he curse you in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer will be heard of him that made him. Get yourself the love of the congregation, and bow your head to a great man. Let it not grieve you to bow down your ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness. Deliver him that suffers wrong from the hand of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when you sit in judgment. Be as a father to the fatherless, and instead of a husband to their mother, so you will be as the son of the Most High, and he will love you more than your mother does. Wisdom exalts her children, and lays hold on them that seek her. He that loves her loves life, and they that seek her early will be filled with joy. He that holds her fast will inherit glory, and wheresoever she enters the Lord will bless. They that serve her will minister to the Holy One, and them that love her the Lord does love. Whoso gives ear to her will judge the nations, and he that attends to her will dwell securely. If a man commit himself to her, he will inherit her, and his generation will hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and being fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul, and try him by her laws. Then will she return the straight way to him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him, and give him over to his own ruin. Observe the opportunity, and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerns your soul. For there is a shame that brings sin, and there is a shame which is glory and grace. Accept no person against your soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause you to fall. And refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not your wisdom in her beauty. For by speech wisdom will be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. In no wise speak against the truth, but be abashed of the error of your ignorance. Be not ashamed to confess your sins, and force not the course of the river. Make not yourself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. Strive for the truth to death, and the Lord will fight for you. Be not hasty in your tongue, and in your deeds slack and remiss. Be not a lion in your house, nor frantic among your servants. Let not your hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when you should repay. Set your heart upon your goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not your own mind and your strength, to walk in the ways of your heart, and say not, who will control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge your pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened to me? For the Lord is long-suffering. He will in no wise let you go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin to sin. And say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rests upon sinners. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly will the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in your security you will be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not your heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they will not profit you in the day of calamity. Winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so does the sinner that has a double tongue. Be steadfast in your understanding, and let your word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let your life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If you have understanding, answer your neighbor. If not, lay your hand upon your mouth. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. Be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with your tongue. For a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby you will inherit an ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so will a sinner that has a double tongue. Extol not yourself in the counsel of your own heart, that your soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying alone. You will eat up your leaves, and lose your fruit, and leave yourself as a dry tree. A wicked soul will destroy him that has it, and will make him to be laughed to scorn of his enemies. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair-speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. If you would get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend of his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of trouble. And there is a friend, who being turned to enmity and strife will discover your reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of your affliction. But in your prosperity he will be as yourself, and will be bold over your servants. If you be brought low, he will be against you, and will hide himself from your face. Separate yourself from your enemies, and take heed of your friends. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that has found such as one has found a treasure. Nothing does countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord will find him. Whoso fears the Lord will direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so will his neighbor be also. My son, gather instruction from your youth up, so will you find wisdom till your old age. Come to her as one that plows and sows, and wait for her good fruits. For you will not toil much in laboring about her, but you will eat of her fruits right soon. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest to many. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put your feet into her fetters, and your neck into her chain. Bow down your shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come to her with your whole heart, and keep her ways with all your power. Search and seek, and she will be made known to you. And when you have hold of her, let her not go. For at the last you will find her rest, and that will be turned to your joy. Then will her fetters be a strong defense for you, and her chains a robe of glory. For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace. You will put her on as a robe of honor, and will put her about you as a crown of joy. My son, if you will be taught, and if you will apply your mind, you will be prudent. If you love to hear, you will receive understanding, and if you bow down your ear, you will be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave to him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape you. If you see a man of understanding, get you betimes to him, and let your foot wear the steps of his door. Let your mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He will establish your hearts, and give you wisdom at your own desire.